Welcome to the idea of when we explore the noise. No, not when. Welcome to the idea of where we explore the noise, the nuance, and everything in between. I'm Bassey.
And I'm Mike.
And this is a space where culture, creativity, and conversation collide. How are we doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Bossy looking good. She got the light on. She got the light on.
Listen, I told you.
She
This last year of my unspeakable age, I have to push for. Oh, you know what? I have a bone to pick with literally everybody.
Like,
literally,
what did I do? Like I
everybody.
just
You included. You might be the biggest culprit. I'll be honest with you.
You Cap. This is Cap. Go ahead. What?
Okay. So I've been gaslit.
Well, here we go.
I've been gaslit so much that I start to gaslight myself.
Okay.
I have told people for the last year, for the last year, that I look different. This is not the face that I am used to. I look different. And people are like, oh, no, you look fine. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm aging. Maybe it's that. Of course, yes, we're aging. But all y'all are liars. That's the first.
What?
So I go to, because of TikTok, I find out that you can go to like a dentist school and like get a bunch of work done for like super, not cheap, but like less expensive than going to a private practice. Back in the day, I went to Howard Dental to get like cleanings and stuff like that. Okay. But as far as like implants and all the major stuff, you can go to a dental school. So I went to University of Maryland. I went to Baltimore yesterday and got like a whole assessment. My jaw is out of line and has been out of line for the last year. It's shifted. And the reason why it shifted, number one, well, not the reason, because I don't know the reason, but I had a tooth pull and it made my teeth shift. And then on top of that, I grind my teeth at night. And that also made it shift. And this is how I was like, all right, there's a problem going on. When I eat sometimes, I bite the side of my cheek. Accidentally bite it. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, is this dementia? Right. Like, do I not know how to chew? But it's because my jaw has a line. I look at myself too much. I look at myself too much not to know that I look different. So and it's because my jaw is out of line or out of alignment. And I need to get it.
We had that episode, I'm Telling the Tooth, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Was that like...
It's because, yes. It's because, I mean, I thought it was this is too, but it's because of all the my face is out of line, basically. Like the lower part of my face is different. And I've been telling people, and I didn't want to be like, oh, well, I'm a quadruple Leo. I look at myself all the time. I do. I am. So I knew that there was something wrong, but I didn't know what was wrong. And now I've been, no, forget that. Y'all have been gaslighting me for so long. It's like, no, you look fine. You're fine. I don't see what you're seeing. Oh, you must be. No, I was correct. So my whole bottom jaw area is different.
So how does one fix this mysterious jaw slide?
Oh, so now you're trying to gaslight me into...
No, I'm just saying. Like, I just want to know, like, what did they say? Like, how do you...
They have to break my jaw.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
They have to break my jaw and then like shift it, then I get braces to put everything back in alignment.
So we're gonna have a series of podcasts called Through the Wire, where Bassey is going to have a wired jaw. That's gonna be crazy. We are out of here. The Through the Wire podcast.
I like that title. But yeah, I mean, that's another reason why we need to blow up, because even though it's like considerably less expensive than like a private practice, it's still money.
And they could do that? They could do the whole thing, like doing the jaw and lining it at the school?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's one of those things too, because like yesterday when I went, I had a student who did like the main testing or the main whatever, and then a dentist, like a professor came and followed up, like, okay, made sure that they did everything right. And they didn't do it. They can't do anything like surgical or whatever without a professor present.
Wow, that's really cool. I wonder, I guess all dentistry schools have something similar? I've never heard of that. Kind of like cosmetology schools, like you can go and get like a cheap haircut or cheap, like...
But that's the thing. It's not just dentists. You can get cosmetic surgery. You can get like, what else was it that they said that you could get like eye stuff. You could get your eyes fixed or whatever. There's LASIK. I wouldn't trust that. I would not trust it. I would not trust it. That's the one I was like,
You're getting a med student to change your eyesight. That's
no, but you can do, because you know what a med spa is.
No, do I?
A med spa is like a spa where you can get like non-surgical nose jobs or like mini what do you call it? What do you call it?
Like Botox?
Botox and filler and all that stuff. And then they have this thing called, it's like a mini, what did I just say? Facelift. But it's like they put like a little like thread here and then they just lift it. And that's it. It's not like you don't have to like go under the knife or anything. But in order to do that, you have to be a registered nurse or like a medical professional. So they have schools doing that too. Listen, TikTok taught me a lot.
Yeah, I need to lock.
I'm going to come back with a whole new face.
Right. It just appears like this is what people are doing. Like every time you bring up, like, you could always tell when celebrities have had work done, like not serious work, but like little things here and there. I'm so oblivious to all of it. I just think everybody always looks kind of put together, and I'm out here looking like Bill Cosby. I don't know.
Okay. First of all, no, but they do like little, like the ones that you notice are the ones that are like just boom, and it's bad work. You notice bad work. Yeah. But like there are people who do, like little subtle tweaks. Right when things start to like, when you notice this, do a little tweak, and those are the people who you don't notice that are doing things. But what I found out on TikTok was like all these people, because like you see all these like influencers and who aren't that popular, but they're like, then they come back with new teeth and all that stuff, and they act like they're either going overseas.
Yep, I've seen that. And you've seen like people have been getting hurt, like going overseas. I saw a young man died, like a 38-year-old black man. This week,
from what was he going to do?
In Turkey with a hair transplant.
He died?
He died. Like passed away. Black man, 38 years old, either like pre-op, like they had just done something, put him under, and then he never woke back up.
But you don't people under for hair transplant, but that's the danger of going overseas. At least here, there are there are a bunch of workups. Like, do you remember Kanye's mom?
Yeah.
Kanye's mom wasn't cleared for surgery because there was something like they found something with her heart or something.
Like the sleep apnea or something like that with AFib or something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. She wasn't cleared, but money. Found a doctor who would do it anyway, and she died. Like there's certain, like I don't know. You've heard of the fat acceptance movement?
Say it again.
The fat acceptance movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this whole thing. I don't want to get canceled for this, but
you're about to definitely get canceled.
Yeah, I'm about to dial it back. But there have been times when they'll get on and say like, we're denied medical assistance because of our size, and they're making it seem as though it is. I don't want to do it because you're like, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's because there are certain requirements that you have to have in order to have a safe, like surgical procedure. So it's not like, oh, we hate you the way you look, so we don't want to do your surgery. It's like we're liable if something happens. So there are all sorts of things that need to take place before people can go under the knife. And a lot of that is skipped when you go overseas. Like I would not go overseas for like anything like surgical. Like
folks are getting dental implants in Costa Rica. And also, I mean, hey, I don't. It's like, it's kind of like the conversation we were having last week or a week ago or a week before about like the privileged what the activities that privileged folks can do. Right. We were talking about schools and college and all that stuff. And I see it seems like folks are privileged, black folks, like folks with money, are choosing, different things in 2025 that folks with money in 1985 chose to do with their money. And it just seems like it's so a lot of it is surface. A lot of it is not surface. A lot of it is physical, like things you can see, like things you can change, whether it's hair, eyes, getting different teeth, getting body work. There's like regular people that work 9 to 5 jobs that might have, higher salaries or not, that are
financing it.
that are going and getting like different bodies, getting tummy tucks. Like I know personally so many women mostly that have gotten butt lifts or stomach transfers and all sorts of, and it's like
stomach transfers. That's not a thing. You mean fat transfers?
From their stomach to other areas in their body, and it's like normal. It's like it's just like this. What happens, and it's very prevalent. Like everyday folks, like teachers. Folks that are working, in nonprofits and like not even
like BBLs.
Well,
we discussed this before. Like we are not supposed to look at ourselves as much as we do, and we're not supposed to have access to other people's. No, not even other people, like celebrities. Like we're not supposed to. I'm sure there've been BBLs for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm sure. But we didn't know enough about them to know if somebody had one or not. Like we could tell nose jobs, like that's a joke in in Hollywood because people would get like drastic nose jobs, but we are not supposed to know about this shit. Like we're just not. Like we're not supposed to know enough about it to know that you can go and get it. Like there are things. I understand people wanting to feel better about certain things, and I'm not just saying that because I would happily go. But like I have a scar that I would like revise, and I didn't even know that you could do that until 6 months ago. But there's also, especially for women, we're not allowed to age properly. Like looking younger than your age is like a whole thing. Have you seen that TikTok trend where people put that filter on and then, what's the song? No, 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 no. Let me clear my throat. And then and people are doing it thinking, I look good, and the comments are filled with, "Oh, you should have kept that on," or
like, "No, you really do look 45."
Which is fine. You should look 45. You should look at whatever age you are, and you should look the best. I think you should look the best version of whatever you are. But a lot of people are wanting to, like, the nose jobs look crazy on Black people because that's not your nose. And what I hate, something that I see a lot on social media, is like if they'll take the 0.2% of something and attribute it to everybody. Like for instance, when they're trying to defend Black women wearing wigs or weaves or having blonde hair, instead of just do what the fuck you want. Like who cares what they say about it? Like who cares? They'll be like, "Oh, you do know that Black people can have naturally blonde hair." Yes, but like 0.0002, that should not be the reason. That should not just say you want to do it. Like, "Oh, you do know that Black people can have naturally blue eyes." Yes, but you don't. But it's okay if you want to wear contacts. Do you know what I mean? Like
no one in your family does either. Like no one
absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. Like just be like, "This is what I want to do and I'm doing it." Like, but that's part of it. Like this need to justify your very existence and what you do for yourself, because you put yourself out there, and people, I'm all over the place, but like people treat the people that they see online, including celebrities who are accessible. That's another thing. My jaw makes it difficult to talk. Like I got a bone to pick with everybody. I'm not even going to like whatever. Let me go back. Let me go back. But we shouldn't have an opinion on strangers, but they treat these people like we treat people like fictional characters. We don't treat them like actual human beings. We treat them like they're choose your own adventure book that we're reading. And social media has done that.
There was something when you were talking about like this conversation about privilege and like what we see. And I just couldn't help but think about, Dave Chappelle show when it's like, "We should never give you niggas money." Right. And not even really landing on, Black folks and access to wealth. But what I've noticed, and this is speaking about myself, like I'm not putting this off on anybody, but as you elevate in status, like as you elevate in whether it's financial, job, and you have access to like different rooms, right? And I feel like whenever a kid, and I'm all over the place, but I promise you I'm going to come back. Like whenever a kid transfers grades, right, or you go from like one school to the next, so fifth graders going into middle school, eighth graders going into high school kids going to college, right? There's a year or two where you're kind of like faking it, like you're, an eighth grader going into high school. That freshman year, you still have an eighth grade mentality, and it takes some time to get into high school mentality and be a real high school student. And I feel like collectively, this is a broad brush, maybe stereotype, maybe I'm overstating it. But I feel like in general, like a lot of Black folks that are entering this, having more access to wealth financially, are like going into these environments and pretending like they've had wealth all along and like acting the part of wealth and kind of like doing what they think with their wealth rich people have done and do, right? So that means if I get money, I got to change my body. I got to look a certain way. Or if I get money, I got to have a certain kind of house, or I have to drive a certain kind of car. And it's not really based on anything that's like, has been thought out for a long time. Like, oh, when I always wanted this kind of thing. And I'm saying this, because I'm thinking about personally, like we have this is just one example, right? So we moved to North Carolina and we have this nice house. We have a beautiful house. Like I love it. Like it's really nice. I don't know how to live in this bitch. Like I don't, it's too much. It's too much. Like I'm being dead ass. Like, and we bought this house. Am I frozen or is that just on my side?
You're frozen.
Okay, there.
Oh, well, now you're back. You're back.
We bought this house in full transparency, thinking like, we're getting to that age, parents are coming, if anybody has to come and live with us, and our kids are on their way out, kind of, but we have the space if we need it. And every day I'm reminded that this house is too fucking big for me. And I don't know how to maintain a lawn. I don't know how to, check underneath the house for some leakage. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know, or to go in the attic once so often and make sure there's no bats in there, or like, there's cracks in my driveway and that could mean something for my foundation. I'm like, what? Where's my landlord at? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
that's real.
And I've been thinking about this so long. I was so much more comfortable in a townhouse. I'm a townhouse ass nigga. Like that's me. Like give me a nice row home townhouse that's big. I still want space to get around. I still want to have like a nice little movie room, or, but I don't need all this. It's like, we justify it like we, for our family and this, and we want to have a place that reflects, our hard work over time and blah, blah, blah.
It's what we've been told. Yeah, it's what we've been told. Like, to be honest with you, I'm trying to, with being respectful, I have the same thought about my parents and knowing where they came from and what they had to do to get to where they are, but also knowing, and not my dad so much, because my dad is too frugal, like too like something has to like fall out of the roof before anything's done about it. Like the ceiling has to collapse, as opposed to like maintenance stuff. And I think that it's two sides of the same coin, which is, this is what I'm supposed to have as a successful person, or as someone who, this is what I'm supposed to have. That's what they tell me. But this is not necessarily what I want, and I don't know what to do with it. And I don't think a lot of people, I think about this because me and my sister are so different. Like I go to my sister's apartment when she lives in Jersey and works in Manhattan. And I go to her apartment, and there are certain things that she does or has that I don't know where she learned to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because that's not how, not to say that, no, that's not how we were raised. We didn't have those kinds of parents. We don't have that kind of mother, just to be very honest with you. So I don't know where she learned it. And it's always very apparent to me that there are certain things that I don't know either.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I attributed it to like my mental health. Like maybe I wasn't paying attention, maybe, whatever. But I do not know how people learn how to do certain things. Like I don't know anything, basically.
Yeah.
If I couldn't, do you know how I learned to make my bed? I'll be very, very transparent with you. I learned how to like make my bed, not just like make it, like just, put the pillows on and like put the comforter up, but like the corners and like folding the I learned from YouTube. Randomly YouTubed one day, like, how do you like make a bed look like X? And it was there. That's how I learned how to make a bed, because we weren't taught that. We were taught to make your bed. You know what I mean? We were taught to make your bed. We were taught to like clean your room. But as far as like organizing things, or as far as like these little miscellaneous things that you pick up because your parents or your family does it. But if your family doesn't, like, where do you go to do that? Like, and just E was in Dallas last weekend to visit some of our cousins. And one of the reasons it was so important for him to do that is because I wanted him to see, this is what it looks like. It's gonna sound crazy. This is what a functioning household looks like. And it's not necessarily like, this is a father, this is a mother. Not that. This is just like, when something is outdated, we replace it. We don't hold on to it until it falls apart. Like, I don't want him to grow up with like a scarcity mindset, or I want him to learn some of the things that I don't know how to teach him. And it's not on some like, oh, I can't teach him to be a man. I don't know how to teach him to be an adult. And and he needs to know that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I just can't overstate enough that how, like, when people talk about being authentic, right? Like, oh, that's become a buzzword almost. Like, I'm authentic. I wonder how, all the things that we have access to, that we are looking at all the time. Like you talk about, we're not supposed to be looking at all the shit. We're not supposed to know how homes are designed in New Zealand or some shit. Like, we're not like, because that that sphere, that place it's different. Like, they're on a whole other side of the country. Like, they have to make their windows have to be a certain way because of when all the shit, like all the
lighting,
shit. Lighting, all that shit, right? And it was something I was doing in the so our AC, we just got a new AC unit, right? And like 2 years ago, so AC is brand new. Our heat, the AC on the second floor, like the air on the second floor, it was like, you could feel it was stagnant, it was hot, when it was 1,000 degrees last week. And I was like, I know this AC is not going out. And so I go around and I check the filter. We have 2 HVAC units, and we don't have the ones with like the little thin filter. It's like the thick filter. It's like 6 inches wide. You got to take it out. You only have to change it twice a year, right? And so, I go in and I look at the filter on the upstairs, and it's like filthy. It's like, it's black damn near almost. And then the one downstairs is clear. And I'm like, oh no, like, what is this? So I go on ChatGPT and I'm like, what could be the cause of this? And it's like, well, dummy. Like, that's what ChatGPT said. Like, well, stupid. Your bedrooms are on the second floor. There's carpet on the second floor. All your activity, you're sleeping. If you think about it, ChatGPT was talking to me like, if you think about it, dickhead. All you like that. It was talking to me so stupid. I was like, duh. And so it was like, maybe instead of changing it once every 6 months, maybe you should consider changing it more often, idiot. Like, why don't you think of that? And I was like,
why are you making ChatGPT so mean to you?
But that's how I read it. That's how I read it. It was actually very nice. Okay. It talks to me like it's me, right? So maybe
we need to talk about how you feel about yourself.
Right. Maybe that it picked up on like I was feeling down, but it just really, I couldn't help but notice, like, just driving around different places, recently, and I'm like, this house is too big. I don't want this house anymore. Like, I love it. It's beautiful. It's great. folks come over. One, and it might be because we don't have any friends here and no one comes to our home. And when we were in Bowie, our house was about this size. It was set up differently, maybe a little bit smaller, but every weekend we had a house full of people. Ooh, maybe I've come on to something. Maybe that's it. Maybe I don't like this house because it emphasizes how fucking empty our social life is. In Bowie, every week we had a party at our house. No bullshit. Like karaoke night, party. Ellington's friends were over. We knew their parents a lot more, or his friends' parents a lot more, and we were the center of our social. And when we left, I remember my boy SK. We had a going away party. The hater. He said he was like, "Damn, man, feels like Big Mama died." Feels like Big Mama died. Like no one's gonna come together after Big Mama died. Like, and I was like, he probably doesn't even remember he said
Big Mama, your arm.
He probably doesn't even remember he said that shit to me, but we were standing on our porch. Everybody had left, this is the last, literally, we're moving to North Carolina the next day. We had folks over, big party, everybody, friends from all over the place came over, and we were standing on our porch and took a picture. And he's like, damn, like Big Mama died. Like, what are we gonna do now? And that being here, it feels like we don't got no friends here, man. Like we have friends, but like we're just not in the social, in that space anymore. And it just emphasizes how big and empty this house is. And it's like, Ellington's gone. Real. He's leaving the school next week, and it's been wonderful having him home after we got into a fight, but we'll talk about that another time. And Brooklyn
is coming up here, right? Catholic.
Yeah, he's coming up there. Yeah. Leaving next week, same time. And it's been really great having him home. And when his friends are here, it's cool. But during the year, it's just big and empty. And it's I don't like it.
Do you know? I don't know why I started that sentence like that. Why did I say, do you know? Okay. So my birthday was on Sunday, and
yes, I did.
I realized too that when I say that, part of the reason like birthdays the last couple of years have been hard. And I honestly was like, oh, do I hate getting older? And probably yes. But it's like I used to throw a party for my birthday every single year. I used to call it Bastravaganza every single year. Like it was a thing. Yeah. If I were to have a party right now, not that I don't know who I would invite, but I don't know who I'd invite. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I don't know it like I'm turning an age next year, and that's a big the people I know are so scattered. The people that I know here, it's a different life. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't have the life that people here have, and it makes me difficult. It makes it difficult for me to socialize. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I also don't want to socialize here because Brooklyn and even Lagos sometimes, and Chicago, like that's where I make more sense. Yeah. I don't make sense here.
Oh, I don't make sense here.
Yeah.
That you need to write about that. We need to write it. We need to write about that. I don't make sense here. Like that is fucking it for me in North Carolina. Like I don't make sense here. And I know I've been talking shit about North Carolina, and this is what I've also like trying to wrangle with is that the kids and my wife on some level like have thrived here. Like they've both done well in school. I know that if both of the kids, if Ellington and Brooklyn continue to grow up in Bowie, I know their outcome would have been upside down different. Like, I don't know. Of course, Ellington wouldn't have gone to UNCW. I know that he would be surrounded by more Black people. Like, all of his friends, and I follow all of them on Instagram, Alawe being one of them, and that group of boys that they play soccer with, the pitch techs, like I know Ellington would have been right there. And I see that and I'm like, damn. And I see his friends here and I'm like, I don't make sense here. And maybe you don't either. But he loves it, right? Like that's his reality right now. No shade to his friends group or whatever. But it's like, for me, my job isn't here. Like, I work remotely. I work everywhere, and my wife's job is here. So at the very basic level, like, she has work, like work people, like she has a connection to people that are from here, and I have no connection here. And it's not like a sad thing. It's just like, wow, like I would have never, since I was in college, same like you, Bassey, I've had something for my birthday every year. Even if it's just all, I could think about for my 21st birthday, it was me, my girlfriend at the time, SK, people all around, maybe even Dwayne was there.
Remind me to say something about SK again. I do not want to
Okay,
forget this thing I have to say about SK, but go ahead.
we were all at the table at Applebee's. I just saw a picture of it the other day. 20 people in Applebee's in Harrisonburg, Virginia, celebrating my 21st birthday. For my 40th birthday, we had a big party in Annapolis, at this spot in Annapolis, and my boy DJ, and it was like the best party I've ever been to in my life. And since that, I haven't been out here one time. I haven't been social here. Like, I have a group of friends that we go out, we have drinks, but it's like, I just don't make sense here. And it is starting, I don't even want to put this in the atmosphere, but it's starting to fuck with me a little bit. But I don't know if it's just like, it's just what happens. Like, when moms and dads get older, like, the social circle, it's not about you anymore. And so I'm grappling with that in real time. Like, can it just,
I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
You don't think
and let me backtrack really quick when I was talking, because I know people are going to hear this like, I thought we were friends. Yes, we are friends. Whoever's listening to this, it's not about that. It's about the difference in lifestyle, where the things that people are going through right now, I can't relate. I just can't relate. And not because it's any better or any worse. My life is different, and it's different in a way that to be very honest, I'm not proud of. So I can't be around people who are doing things and living the lives in like this way that makes sense, because this is the age we are and we're supposed to be doing this. I don't have a supposed to. So I just want to be very clear. It's very difficult for me, like, even just financially. Like, I've got friends who are like, girls trip to Bora Bora. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot afford to do that. And I never thought I would be at this age and in a I can't afford to place. Because I work, and this is where I'm coming back to. I worked so hard as a young person to avoid where I am now as a suburban single mom, basically divorcee. I don't know. Like, that was like, oh, I'm not having kids. I'm not moving this. I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the plan. So for the plan to go awry, and Alawe thrives here. Like, he's got his group of, like, his boys are already making plans to have a Friendsgiving. Like, they have this, like, he's got this solid life. Even despite what I said, like, he still gets what he wants, as far as, like, he doesn't want for anything. He doesn't, like, if he wants to go or do or experience something, he can. And he can only do that because of where we are. And it's great for him. And it's been great for him. It's not been great for me. And it's gotten progressively not great for me over the years. So I understand where the family is good. The family makes sense. And even like now, like, my mom is so used to me being here that she's taken it for granted that I will always be here. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sitting here like, there is no way that I can do that. Like, I'm talking to cousins, like, I can move to Dallas. Like, it's a city, but it's not like crazy city. But like, I cannot, and this is where I'm talking to you too, cannot give into the pull of nothingness. Like, we can't do that. And I think that complacency and
you said like 3 words in one word. Complacence.
Basically, let me just we can't get used to feeling like because I think that's what kills people. That's what ages
that's how people die. Like, that's how people die. That's how people die.
That's how people die.
And the thing is so crazy, and I know you just said it, I've always said that. And I've always like lived my life to avoid that. Not to avoid like where I am right now, but to avoid like the isolation. I've not like me being isolated, me? Come on now. Like I'm like Andrews, right? Like, and I don't say that on no like, you know, I'm the man type shit, but like if you would ask anybody about me from the time where I could socialize on my own, like I am always the center of socialness, of socializing, of like, and that was what my pride was. I got pride in bringing people together. That's it. That's it. It didn't have to be, oh, we on the tables popping bottles. It didn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell a story, not tell a story, but I don't know if I've ever told a story. I say I always tell a story. I don't even know if I've ever told a story. But the year after I graduated from grad school, I lived in Salisbury, Maryland for a year. I worked at Salisbury University. It was cool. Good first job. Got a free apartment out of it. Like it was cool. And you know where Salisbury, Maryland is, right? The fuck in the middle of nowhere. And I had a New Year's Eve party. That was like my thing, New Year's Eve party. And I had a New Year's party in Salisbury, and folks drove from Richmond, from Tidewater, Virginia, from DC, from Harrisonburg, where some of my friends were still in school, drove, and they stayed in my hall director apartment. And that's what I did. I brought people together. Every year after that, I left Salisbury and started working at Catholic University. Right. And no one knows the story that works at Catholic, so it's fine. But I had a series. This is my fake, you know, trying to be like Puffy, RIP to what we thought of him. But I had a black party. It was called the Black Party. I had t-shirts made and everything. And folks from all over would come to a TV lounge at Catholic University, a TV lounge when the students weren't there. And we partied like it was 1999. Like it was crazy. I ordered speakers from some local place. I was literally DJing from maybe a CD player or MP3 player or something like that, just playing music loud. People would come from everywhere. And I've done something like that from 2000 to 2018 when I moved here, literally. And since then, I haven't done anything for my birthday. I haven't done anything to bring people together. Every year we had a Friendsgiving. I feel like our friends group started Friendsgiving. I'm like, we did that. And it was
you actually said that before. You've said that before.
We did that. It started in 1999 or 2000. And in our little apartment, me and my wife's little apartment in Arlington, and we had people come over and bring a potluck. It was just like the potluck. We had the potluck every year from 2000 to 2018. And since then, that's almost fucking 10 years ago at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
no, I 100%.
Those connections are like, it's like ghosts. I feel like it's like ghosts of my past. And I don't know.
Yeah.
The older I get, I don't know if it's the older I get or the older, like the kid, like the more independent the kids are, that I realize like I don't have shit for myself. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
do you know what it is? No, I as the kids get, for me, it was a couple of things for me, and I think that it's. I'm going to assume it's the same for you, but it was when E started driving, and I no longer had to drive him to soccer or sit in the parking lot as something happens. Like I was like, okay, he's driving himself. Did I not leave the house unless I was taking him somewhere? Because I'm not leaving the house much right now. But even before that, the thing that really started for me to like emphasize this was COVID, because before I was traveling, I was out of town all the time. I was I was, speaking here or speaking there, or I was like, I'm just going to Chicago for a little bit, or I was in Nigeria for a little bit. Right. Like I was just, whenever I felt like, whenever I was starting to get stir crazy or whatever, I would just go somewhere. I would take the train up to New York, to Brooklyn, and and with COVID, it stopped.
Yeah.
And not only did it stop, it didn't really pick up again. And that to me just emphasized everything that we've been talking about, because it was isolated, like literally isolated. But it was just like, oh wait, hold on. And then when the world opened up again and people started moving, I was like, oh my God, I'm still right here. I'm still right here. But have I? It was. I don't know.
It's really crazy. But you brought it up. You're right. Like, that's how people die, and that's how people. And that's, I don't want to like hyperbolize that, but in my mind, that's real. That's how people start to decay. Where like people get stuck in a certain frame or a mindset where you're not like growing and learning and connecting with people, and like, in isolation, all things die. Like that, in isolation, all things die. And so I'm just really thinking about, life after this isolation. Like, we're pretty stuck here at least until Brooklyn finishes high school. Like, we don't want to move her at the same time, that we moved Ellington, which was tough for him. And again, they're thriving, and so I don't know. All of that to say, this house is too damn big. I don't make sense here in North Carolina. And you know what else has been highlighted in this time is that I am a master compartmentalizer. I have shit in compartments that if I don't talk about it and if people don't bring it up, if I don't really sit and reflect on shit, I'm good. Like, and I'm really good. It's not like, oh, I'm faking good. It's like, if we didn't have this conversation about being isolated, I wouldn't feel isolated. But in this exact moment, like, I'm like, why you saying that? Like, why you still saying like, fuck you, Bassey. But like, no, I don't know. That's always served me really well in my life. Just my ability to, like, out of sight, out of mind. Like, I know it's like, people like, oh, men are able to do that easily, but that shit works for me. Yeah. It's just because I'm good. Like, if you ask me, I'm good. 198% of the time, yeah, I'm good. Until you say, like, how you got connections in North Carolina? I'm like, no, damn it. Actually, I don't. I have no friends really. And it's not like, if I don't say it, it's not like I have friends if I don't say it. I still don't have no friends. But I'm just like,
you're confronted.
Right. And I want to also highlight, I do have friends here. Dwayne is my friend. Brad is my friend. They're all here. Phil's my friend. Shannon, Q. That's the 5 people that I know in North Carolina that I would actually like go out with. But we get together once a month, and we have drinks. It's like, all right, see you later.
It's not a house party amount of. It's not a house party amount of people.
It's not. There's no reason for me to turn my music up loud in my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which was like,
and you like that.
That's what I need.
That's your thing.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
I need that. So it's like, when our needs aren't being met, right? Like, whatever the need is, if it's food, if it's, clothing, if it's whatever, engagement, that social need of mine not being met is doing something to me right now. Like, in this time frame, this summer, I don't know, this year, but like, it's become painfully obvious, and I can't ignore it. I can't compartmentalize, like, oh, you just lonely.
People need community. Yeah. And it's been so frustrating to see people online championing this, like, you don't need anybody, you can be by yourself. And, it's like, no, that's maladaptive behavior. People need other people.
Right.
And choosing not to be around other people is not healthy. It's just not. Like, I understand people being isolated, but choosing isolation is not a healthy thing. And so when you don't choose it and you're confronted with it, it's hard to reconcile. It's hard to reconcile. And just going back to what we started off, I also hate this, like, oh, at your big age, you just figured out X. Yes. at my big age, I did just figure out, like, what do you like? Yes. And so I think that with things like this, it's like, all right, now what is, besides like blowing your life up, like what is the one actionable thing? Like, can you go home a little bit more? Sorry, I get blurb requests all the time, and yeah. So what blurb? Like, people ask me to like write the forward for their book or for their book, but yeah, all the time. And I hate saying no because I know how nerve-wracking it is to ask, but I like to read the entire book. And so I ain't got time for reading multiple books all the time. Anyway, going back. So what is, like, for you, what is something that you feel you can do to move a little closer to what it is that you want? Like we started before, like my hair and my teeth and my face. Like, that to me has been an excuse for isolation. It's been an excuse. I can't go anywhere because what do I wear? I don't have anything to. Yeah. So, like, what are the steps for you besides breaking your jaw? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I thought it was hypothetical. I was like,
I'm asking you, Michael Andrews, a real question. I mean, okay, so hypothetically, okay, let's just table that. So
no. That's a good, challenging, a good question, and one that I've thought about it. And here's what I've thought about, because our potluck, our Friendsgiving that we've had, that we developed and we should have coined, because we haven't had one, I've been saying for years, like, we need to invite everybody up here. Like, people will drive, like, because I know people will. Like, everybody's kids are old, come up, spend the weekend with us. We got this big ass empty ass house. Like, come up and stay with us. Everybody's good. And literally every year, it's like, Ellington has a game. Brooklyn has a game. We're not here this weekend. We're traveling for baseball, for soccer, for softball, for this, that, and the third. All right, we'll do. All right, for my birthday. All right, for my birthday this year, we're going to do it. Ellington has a game. Brooklyn has a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been sports. It's always been like, all of my weekends are put, with them. And I've gladly done that, but I don't know what it looks like now. I have one less person to go to games, kind of, but not really. But, like, he'll be playing. We can watch on TV or make it up to DC. But the silver lining that might be there is that, Ellington's going to school at Catholic University, and that is a familiar. Catholic is familiar to me, of course, because of work, but we'll have a real reason to be in DC more. And that's definitely something, right? Even if it's, when we come up, we go see Ellington play, and everybody, let's go have a quick happy hour, go to, wherever. I don't even know, like, where do people go to hang out in DC anymore? I don't know. But, I think that could be a blessing in disguise, like the whole, the whole rigmarole of getting him to Catholic and what happened to UNCW and, figuring all this shit out this summer. I see that as a positive, a potential byproduct of him going there, is I could reconnect with folks while we're there. That's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
On an ongoing basis, I mean, I don't know. I don't, outside of those few weeks or times, I think I do want to have a birthday party here. I have a big, birthday, not in 2026, but 2027. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The birthday before the birthday.
Yeah, the birthday before the birthday. I have that coming up in January, and, thought about, maybe I have people up. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You could, though.
I could.
You could, though. You could. I mean, you could, at the very least. I haven't been in therapy in a long time, so me being a therapist right now is hilarious.
Is that what we were doing? Wait, hold on. I don't like this. Let's stop.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. No, listen. I'm very wise. The very least you can do is not just think about planning, but just even making a list of people you would invite. Do you know what I mean? Like start doing something like that, or what even the theme would be, or whatever. One of the things, so you've seen me read random poems and and writings and blog posts every day. But like my thing has always been, what can I do every day? And I'm like, I can work out every day. No, I can't. I can read a book. No, I can't. And I was like, but I can turn on this whatever. And the challenge, don't say anything. Don't think about how to open it and exit. Just do it and leave. Like that to me is part of the building blocks of other things. But I also recognized where I have like the gap. You know what I mean? Like what is the issue? Why can't I do this when I want to do this thing that I know are connected? It's like, oh, I overthink. So what do I do as far as just don't think? Like the way I choose the poems or whatever is like in the middle of reading one, I'm like, oh, I remember I have one that I wrote at about the same time. That's what I'm reading the next day. Like, period. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's taken me, like every therapist I've ever had has given me that advice. And it's taken me until now, for whatever reason, to take that advice because it makes sense now. So all that to say, you're talking about it now because it makes sense now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's definitely, you know what else kind of brought it to, and things happen and you look back like, why did that, like what triggered me about this? There was a funny, we have our short story. This will be really short. I have a group chat that's called the Gmail crew, right? And it's like 12 friends, and that was like our core friends. And we call ourselves the Gmail crew because when we were in our 20s, or maybe like late 20s, early 30s, when Google started and Gmail started, that is how we use Gmail, like a group chat. So literally, you could tell like our jobs must have been trashed because we would be on emails all day, emailing each other, breaking down TV shows, just like talking shit, and then we moved from Gmail to like Voxer, and we would send like voice messages to each other.
Voxer.
Breaking shit down. Like,
oh my God, Voxer.
And so now we're on text, right? But we're still the Gmail crew. And, because of life and everything, like we don't text as much, but every other week, we'll send something funny. So the yesterday, I think, I sent a message on the Gmail crew about brunch. And it was a woman from TikTok saying like, just being funny about brunches and it being loud and you can't hear the waitress and people are twerking over your shrimp and grits, like shit like that. It was really hilarious. And I sent it to the group and I was like, yo, are brunches still like this in DC? And then I was like, because I haven't been to a brunch in 8 years. I haven't been anywhere where they play loud music in a really long time. And I was like, damn. And so, my friends are in DC, like, oh yeah, we went to this brunch and it was like this, or oh no, we went here and it was like this. And I was like, I didn't go anywhere and it wasn't like this. You know what I'm saying? It was just like such a glaring thing. I was like, yo, I am whack. Like that was like my reflection, like, yo, I'm really out here whack. I am whack. I stay in the house. Me? Stay in the house? Yo, who does that? Who stays in the house? Other than taking the kids to, my daughter's in camp this week in Raleigh. She has practice after school. Other than that, I literally don't go anywhere. The fuck? I'm whack, yo. I don't even know. There's no other explanation.
No, it's
just whack.
It's not, you're not whack because you're not choosing whackness. Whackness chose you. And the desire to want to be different. I think, like I said, talking now is making me realize a bunch of things. And it's also making me understand some of the things that I've been doing recently because I want to break myself out of it, or at least try to break myself out of it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Thanks for ruining my day. Good job.
I mean,
I've ruined so many
why
of
not?
you.
Truth, actually. Truth. Truth.
Oh man. Again, we're an hour in and we didn't talk about anything that we just said.
Oh, I need to tell you my SK thing.
Oh yeah, SK.
I need to tell you my SK
before
thing.
starting, we were like, we're gonna talk about this and this and this, and we talked about.
I know, and I kept like, should I mention and like segue into what we're gonna talk about? No, I like this too much. Yeah. Okay, this is very, very small, very, very brief.
What did SK do?
Say it. So a couple of weeks, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, you posted a picture. It was you, somebody else, and SK.
Yeah.
And you posted it on Facebook.
The old school picture?
It was like from a younger one.
Yeah.
It was an old school picture.
Yeah. That's so Dwayne. That's the other
on Facebook.
I hate her.
Okay, good, because this helps. This helps. So I'm scrolling and I see it and I stop. I'm like, first of all, you're a very good looking man, Michael. I mean, just
well, thank you.
You're a very good looking man. Them niggas is fine. And I don't know which one is SK. So I was like, I'm not gonna click on any of these, because if SK is the one that I think is the finest, it's gonna ruin everything as far as him being a hater in my mind, because I'm very shallow. So I was like, I'm not gonna click on any of them. So SK, you've been saved, because I don't know if you're fine or not. All respect to your wife or whatever it is that you
trash, yo.
One of them niggas, I don't know if it's him. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's him. One of them, I was like,
the big burly one is SK. SK's the big.
Don't tell me. Oh. I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't care. I could have clicked on the names and figured out which is what I need to know. I need to not know.
Okay.
In order to make because I'm very shallow. So if he was the one that I thought was the finest, I was like, because one of them I was like, oh my God, 1996 Bassey would be
don't even
gone right now.
First of all, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I didn't want to click to figure out what it was so that I could stay focused on the hate.
Yeah. Just remember that. Just remember that.
Don't tell me which one is which. I don't know. I don't care.
Because, we are a group of men of a certain age where I've never given them a compliment. Like, I don't think that doesn't exist in our world, and I would prefer to stay that way. SK, I know SK is an avid listener. Like, SK listens every week, and he'll text me like, "You stupid bitch, why did you say?" Like, that's how he does to. That's how we talk to each other. Like, that is love. Like, that's love to us. SK is on a workout journey, so he's like working out and shit, and like thinks he's fucking Lou Ferrigno or some shit, which is a crazy reference. But
Lou Ferrigno, what? Not the Hulk. What the fuck?
I don't know where that came from, but SK's working out now, so he thinks he's fucking, he thinks he's the man now. No, but it's really all good, because me and Dwayne, the other guy that's actually in the picture, we kind of gave him intervention, like, you need to lose some weight. Like, you're getting out of control. Like, this shit is fucking crazy. Like, so I'm happy. I'm proud of him. Dwayne, the other guy, it's all up. And Dwayne, the other guy's in the picture. Dwayne, and we're all like closest of friends. We've been friends for damn near 30 years, for real. And Dwayne, in the picture, Dwayne is the one that looked like a Make-A-Wish. He's really thin.
I'm talking over you because I don't want to know who is who.
And he always
don't want to know who is who.
No, but I
talked over you. I don't know what you said. I don't want to. I'm not.
No, I'm not gonna tell.
I don't want to know who is who.
If they're listening, I just want to make sure that they know that regardless of what you think of them, I still know that they're ugly, they're fucking out of shape, like they're whack. Like, so I just gotta balance it out a little bit. Dwayne also on a workout journey. I won't tell you which one is which, but Dwayne is short. He used to have locks, now he's bald, so he has a beard, so he thinks he's better than me. But he could, he looked like a Make-A-Wish kid in that picture. He looked like, we were just doing a favor by hanging out with him. So I just want to kind of provide some balance, because they will take this, they will record it, they'll play it weekly on our group chat. So I just want to make sure. But no, those are like.
I mean, the fact that I don't know who is who.
Yeah,
I don't know who is who, so nobody can actually claim what I said. So I don't know who is who. Don't want to know. Do not care. Matter of fact, I hid the post when I saw it. I was like, I don't want to see that again.
Just for balance, fuck both of y'all. Dwayne and SK. I hate you both, and If I see you, I'm gonna slap both of you. That's it. Just for balance, just for balance. But no, for real, y'all.
Fair.
Another great episode, Bassey. Thanks for counseling me without without me noticing counsel. I don't like that. I don't appreciate it. And now I'm gonna go and think about this for the rest of the day. So that's great. Thanks for that.
Good. That's what I'm here for. Good job. Yay.
All right. Well, folks, we didn't tell you all, but of course, follow us on everything. Share our posts. We are the Idea Pod on Gmail, Instagram, X, all that stuff. And hit us up. Leave us a comment. Rate our show. And while you're at it, keep finding the truth in the chaos, the clarity in the culture, and the joy in the journey. And we will see you next week. Peace out.
Bye.